Uh,
We're going to begin our service with song, so I invite you to rise in body and spirit to sing Rise Up, O Flame, to kick us off for the new year.
we're going to sing this all together, and then we're going to break in round, so just follow along. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Again. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up and joy, rise up, O flame, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame. to us beauty, righteousness, joy, vision and joy.
Let a Powerful Wind Blow by Julian Jamaica Soto. Let a powerful wind blow, let it stoke the holy fire that burns inside your chest. And you must be the one to sweep the hearth, to gather ash. You must make room for the flame to rise. Take away the sodden mass of lacking care, of casual exclusion, easy ableism. Let a powerful wind blow. Let it stoke the holy fire. Let the light fall across your beloved face, the same one that sometimes makes mistakes. Let it show you more, a way forward together. Songs of dignity, refrains of peace. Can these bones live? They rise, they live, they dance. We cannot live as less. Let a powerful wind blow. Let it stoke the holy fire. This is how our hearts do burn. We are here this morning to burn brightly together into the new year here at the Unitarian Society. We are here to look at the turning of the seasons with our annual Burning Bowl service, a very special service in the cycle of the year. And for those of you here in the service, there'll be instructions that will come your way. For those of you joining us at home, if you'd like to grab a pen or paper and pencil, and if you want to have a bowl to burn it in at home, or a bowl of water will also work if that's safer where your situation is. We come together this morning as one intergenerational community. This is an all-ages service to start off the new year together. There is childcare for our littlest ones down in Star King. At any point, you can move down into childcare and come back into the service. But we also have activities here with Janie up on the rug. If listening to the words gets a little too hard to sit still, any age is welcome to join Janie up here on the rug. And then we are all going to get a chance to participate in our burning bowl ritual together at the end of the service. I am the Reverend Julia Hamilton, and I am delighted to be with you here this morning at the Unitarian Society of Santa Barbara, here in this loving community of seekers who strive to live with integrity, nurture wonder, and inspire the actions that transform us and transform the world. I extend a special welcome if you are visiting with us this morning, if you're friends and family near and far, those of you joining us in our online sanctuary, we would love to get to know you as well. There's a connection card in your order of service or in the link in the chat. You can stop afterwards for coffee and conversation, or tea if that's your preference, in Parish Hall, or stick around online to chat together there as well. We have a lot of things coming up in the new year here at the Unitarian Society, and I want to highlight just a few. We are going to be starting a new evening worship service with our ministerial intern, Carolyn Bierke, and I working together on a Taizé-style service. This is something we've done in years past, and we're picking it up again on the 14th. It's a Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock. It's a contemplative service. It's simple chants that are easy to learn. There'll be candlelight, there'll be quiet, there'll be some readings. It's very simple, but it's sort of a chance to recenter, to sing together, to give yourself and your spirit a break in a busy and tumultuous world. So I encourage you to check out the Taizé service. We'll be doing them monthly through June with Carolyn and I. We also have an opportunity coming up on the Saturday the 18th, speaking of a tumultuous world, to do a bystander intervention training. This is an opportunity to practice real-world skills about how we can be there for each other when we see bullying or harassment or harsh treatment out in the world. So if you've ever wondered what you can do to help keep your neighbors safe, to help build the kind of caring community we want to be a part of, the bystander intervention training on the 18th is a great way to get some practical help doing that. It's also Martin Luther King weekend. There are all kinds of activities happening around the city. This is a great way to practice living into that legacy of community care that honors his work. You'll be getting a link to sign up for that this week. So if you're not already on our email list, this is a great reason to give us your contact information so we can get you connected to that. I encourage you to read those Friday emails. We have ongoing groups. We have our Alliance meeting that happens once a month on Fridays. We have a young adults group. We have a youth group. We have our connection circles, our small groups starting up their new session soon. So whatever ways you want to get connected to this congregation beyond Sunday mornings, I invite you to take a chance and try something new as we head into the new year. There is a lot going on as we head into 2025. So I invite you now to take a breath, to settle yourself wherever you are. Allow yourself to be fully present in this moment, the sounds of life in the sanctuary and in the world all around us, as we ring our bell and let the sounds connect us.
Good morning. Now, to kick off the new year, Reverend Julia will assist in the chalice lighting. And our chalice lighting is by Daniel Handler, the Eretz Elevator, the Lemony Snicket series. If we wait until we're ready, we'll be waiting for the rest of our lives. You do that well. We have a job for you. One good thing, January the 5th, 2025. As we mourn the death of former President Jimmy Carter and remark on his political and policy legacy, doctors are remembering his efforts to prevent disease and his legacy in furthering global public health. The 39th president spent 5 decades doing good things. President Carter and the Carter Center in Atlanta helped spearhead a successful international campaign with the goal of eradicating guinea worm disease, a parasitic infection caused by the consumption of contaminated drinking water. Water from ponds and other stagnant bodies of water can contain tiny crustaceans, commonly known as water fleas, which in turn can be inflicted with guinea worm larvae, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Nobody wanted to take this on, Jimmy Carter told ABC News during a 2015 interview on Good Morning America. So I decided to take it on. In 1986, guinea worm disease afflicted 3,500,000 people every year in 21 African and Asian countries. Disease incidence has since been eradicated by 99.99% to just 14 human cases in 2023. According to the Carter Center, 100 million people over 40 years have been given the opportunity to live a full life thanks to one person caring. Thank you, and bless you, Jimmy Carter.
Not only is this the first Sunday of the new year, it is also the first Sunday of January, which means that we do the same thing we do every first Sunday of the month, celebrate those of you who are celebrating birthdays in January. So this is an opportunity for all of you who have January birthdays to come on forward. If you want to just join me up here, if you were born in January, we're going to ask you just to introduce yourself with your name. If you want to say how old you are, that's fine, but that's always optional. If you want to say the date of your birthday, and then we're going to just send a little love your way. So come on forward, January birthdays. And if you're joining us online, you can always type into the chat your name and birthday, or the birthdays of anybody else you want to recognize. So come on up, January babies. It's nice to see you all up here. All right. We'll start with you. Do you want to start? Just say your name and birthday.
My name is Max, and my birthday was on the 4th.
On the 4th. Excellent. And Charlotte's going to give you a birthday star.
Judy Robinson, and I will be 82 on January 14.
Melinda Stavely, and I will be 81 on January 18.
Ellen Broidy, and I'll be 79 on January 23rd.
Alex Overby, and I'll be 30 on January 24th.
Judy Fontana, January 10th, and I will be 77.
Karen Mead, on January 16th, I'll only be turning 72.
Janet Brinkman, also January 16th, but I'll be 78.
Kyle Stewart, and I will be 38 on January 20th.
Wonderful. So let's take a minute and send some love and join me in the spirit of a birthday blessing for these folks. May the coming year unfold for you with joy, health, and community to hold you. May your heart grow more open to the world. May your mind be inspired by the wonder of this universe. May your soul grow deeper together. We hope that the coming year for you brings people to laugh with you in the good times and cry with you in the hard times. The world is a richer place because you are in it. Happy birthday. Let's give them a round of applause. You may be seated. We are going to sing together one more time as I throw the microphone to the floor. Please rise in body and spirit and join in singing Circle Round for Freedom, number 155. The words will also be on the screen. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children. Keep the circle whole.
Good morning and Happy New Year, everyone. This is the time in our service for a story. I see some people ready to come up. If you are a kid or a kid at heart and you like to sit on the steps, come join me up here for our story. Here they come. And right after the story, you can come on over and do some activities on the rug with Janie over here. Come on up. Wonderful. Our service this morning is centered around fire. So in a little while, we're all of us are going to be invited to participate in a ritual called the Burning Bowl, which I think you guys are really gonna like. And you'll hear more about that in a bit, but first, I want to talk about an important flame we light every Sunday at the beginning of our services, our chalice. I have a story about how the flaming chalice became the symbol for Unitarian Universalism. In the dark nights and even darker days of World War II, guns blazed all over Europe and airplanes dropped bombs from the sky. Many people tried to escape the war, and these people were called refugees. Some Unitarians in the United States decided to help the refugees and formed a group called the Unitarian Service Committee. The committee members went to Europe to help bring refugees safely out of the war. But the refugees came from many different countries, and they spoke many different languages, like German or Yiddish or French or Italian or Polish or Hungarian. Most of the refugees did not speak English, and most of the Unitarian committee members only spoke English. How could the Unitarians explain to the refugees that they were there to help? Well, in 1941, Dr. Charles Joy, who was in charge of the Unitarian Service Committee, asked an artist named Hans Deutsch to create a picture, a symbol everyone could recognize no matter what language they spoke. Without using words, the symbol would have to say, "We are here to help you." Well, Mr. Deutsch understood why a picture would be helpful. He was a refugee from the war too. He had come from Austria to Portugal. In Portugal, people speak Portuguese, and Mr. Deutsch was used to speaking German. So using pencil and ink, he made a drawing of a chalice with a flame surrounded by a circle of protection and love. The picture gave the message of hope, freedom, and love that the refugees were looking for. And this is what the original one looked like. And Julia, maybe you can pass it around to the kids, and it might be up there? Good. Then many years after World War II, the Universalists joined the Unitarians to form the Unitarian Universalist Association, and people started to draw the symbol with 2 circles instead of 1. 1 circle is for the Unitarians, and 1 circle is for the Universalists. The circles are connected, just as Unitarian Universalists believe that all of us are connected. Today, all over the world, Unitarian Universalists light chalices. We light a chalice on Sunday mornings in worship, in our RE classes, and at other times when we gather together. Some families light chalices in their homes during meals or on special occasions. And now chalices come in lots of different shapes, sizes, and colors, just like Unitarian Universalists. The flaming chalice was drawn more than 80 years ago, and it is still a symbol of freedom and hope and light. And it is our symbol, a symbol of welcome and love. And that is our time for all ages. You can all join Janie over on the rug for some activities for now. Thank you, Charlotte.
I see John Altman coming forward. As we turn toward the new year, we are talking a lot about the vision we are casting for our community. John Altman is a member of our board of trustees and wants to talk a little bit about that vision.
Good morning. So I'm John Altman, a member of your board of trustees, and I'd like to speak for a few minutes this morning about the USSB strategic plan. Last year in March, more than 100 of us participated in small group visioning meetings or completed the online survey. The vision team analyzed and collated the 500 data points which resulted, and 3 major priorities emerged. Erin Wilson created this beautiful poster for the strategic plan. Building community, we envision a campus that is a safe and welcoming home for people of diverse ages, backgrounds, and identities. We envision a trusted location for building community partnerships that reflect our values of love and justice. We envision a campus that inspires joyful and meaningful social connections. Building accessibility, we envision a place where people of diverse abilities participate seamlessly in all aspects of community life. We envision using technology in ways that improve access and build community. Building resilience, we envision a campus equipped with sustainable facilities that allow us to be of service in times of crisis. We envision a campus that models our commitment to climate action and care for the environment. We envision our campus as a sanctuary that sustains the spiritual and physical well-being of the community. As we move ahead this year into our capital campaign, let's bear in mind that the strategic plan encloses and empowers the capital campaign. Almost every proposed adjustment and enhancement in the capital campaign is based on the strategic plan. The strategic plan is the why and what. The capital campaign is the how. What happens to our shared vision after the capital campaign reaches its successful conclusion? Stained glass windows re-leaded, heat pumps installed, our campus beautified and made both more accessible and more resilient. We'll have good reason to feel proud of our work and generosity, but will we be done with visioning? I'm thinking not, and hope you will agree with me that visioning should be an ongoing process, something we find time to do together on a regular basis. This seems particularly true when we look at the community piece of our strategic plan. These goals are perhaps the most important, but also less concrete than providing wheelchair access to the courtyard or adding to our array of solar panels. It will be harder to say when we accomplish, for example, the vision of building community partnerships that reflect our values of love and justice. Excuse me for stating the obvious, but that will be, or should be, an ongoing effort to engage with community organizations outside of our immediate, beloved Unitarian community. Last year, USSB hosted participants in the Peace and Dignity Run and also tabled at the Dia de los Muertos observance at Ortega Park. Community groups such as AHA, Freedom for Youth, and Lisa's Place meet on our campus already, a good beginning. So the strategic plan informs the capital campaign, but won't end there. We have done ourselves the great favor of creating a shared template for our actions. Talk about a bridge to the future. Thank you.
As we prepare for our burning bowl a little later in the service, I invite you into a time of meditation and reflection, leading us into thinking about what we might want to release this year. And I'm going to start with these words by Judy Brown, her poem titled Fire. What makes a fire burn is space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing, too many logs packed in too tight can douse the flames almost as surely as a pail of water would. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between as much as to the wood. When we are able to build open spaces in the same way we have learned to pile on the logs, then we can come to see how it is fuel and absence of the fuel together that make fire possible. We only need to lay a log lightly from time to time. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. We all long for a breath sometimes, a space between the logs that have been laid down that make up our life. We all have things that we have been carrying from the past year that we wish we could clear away, move aside, set down. Stories that weigh on us, get in the way of us moving forward in the way we hope to. We have habits we've been holding on to that we wish we could release. We have mistakes we need to forgive ourselves for. Space of grace and possibility that we need to create by letting some things go. This ritual, this burning bowl, is a chance to borrow some of the elemental power of fire to help us clear some space for the new year. Using fire from the flame we kindle each week in our chalice. And today we will invite that flame to help us let go. So I am going to light our burning bowl. Some of you may have noticed that requires fuel as well as space and oxygen. So we have fuel in this lamp. I think this lamp might be out. We use this moment this morning to release whatever it is that we are longing to let go, that holds us back, to burn away the burdens and mistakes that maybe are taking up too much oxygen. The fears that keep us small. We long to breathe more freely, clear the ground in preparation for something new to emerge. We can use this moment to imagine what might happen, who we might be, if we allowed ourselves to let go like that. Release some of our fears so that we can live and love more fully in this year to come. So I invite you to take just a moment to listen to yourself, to pay attention to your body. Maybe just settle yourself comfortably where you are. You can close your eyes if you want. Hold your hands open in your lap. Pay attention to the way the last year lives in your body. You lived through it. You carry it with you. Listen to what is restless within you. Find those places where you're carrying tension or holding tight. Where does it feel heavy? Where does it feel light? What is waiting to be set free within you? If you're one of our younger folks here this morning, you can pay attention to your bodies too. How does it feel right now in your hands and in your head and in your stomach? And as you pay attention, perhaps something is emerging that you are ready to name. Some habit or story, some event about the world even maybe that you want to let go of, hold more lightly, make some space around. Think about one word or phrase that might symbolize that very specific thing that you are looking to let go of this year. If you're here in the sanctuary, during our offertory, we're going to pass around little baskets with little slips of something called flash paper. It's specially treated paper so that when you light it, it's consumed in a bright flash and leaves no ash or residue. And for those of you at home, this is when you'll need to gather pen and paper and something to burn, a burning bowl of your own, or maybe some water to let it dissolve in. And younger folks, you're going to be able to help your parents with this. And because fire is powerful, we know it needs safety and respect and care, which is why we do this in a caring community together. And once you have some clarity about what it is that you want to write down, and you'll have through the rest of the offertory to think about this, you don't have to know right now, you can let it emerge. When we pass those slips of paper around, Go ahead and write a word or phrase on it, and no one will see it except you and the flame and the universe. Let us sing together. You can stay seated right where you are. Matthew's going to teach us a song called Loosen, Loosen. It's a song that we have sung before. It's a wonderful song to prepare for letting go and starting a new year.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to teach you this song in parts. Some of you may already know it, so repeat after me. Go ahead. Yeah. Loosen, loosen, baby. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. Wonderful. I'm going to group it together a little bit. So, after me. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. Again. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. And then the next part. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. The weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Let's try that whole section. Ready? Loosen. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Lovely. The other half is holy breath and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Holy breath and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Let's do the first half of that. Holy breath and holy name. Again. Holy breath and holy name. Second part. Will you ease this pain? Will you ease? Will you ease this pain? From holy breath. And holy breath and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Wonderful. Let's do the whole thing. 1, 2, ready, and loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Holy breath, and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Loosen, 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 baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. breath and holy name. Will you ease this pain? Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Holy? Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of Will you ease this pain? Holy breath and holy name. The weight of the world in your muscles. Will you ease this pain? Holy breath and holy name. The weight of the world in your muscles. Ease this pain. Loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Thank you.
For some, it seemed like just yesterday. 1980 was not a good year for many in America. The average 30-year mortgage rate was 16.64%. Unemployment was approaching 10%, and our embassy staff in Iran had been held hostage for 444 days. It was said we were suffering from a crisis of confidence. That November, President Jimmy Carter lost the presidential election by over 8 million votes and an electoral college count of 489 to 49. So too, it was not a good year or a good day for a soon-to-be former president. So on January 20th, 1981, he and First Lady Rosalind could have left the White House for their home in Plains, Georgia, and a life of leisure. Being a gentleman farmer, writing memoirs, going on the lucrative former president's speaking service, hobnobbing with billionaires to help pay for an enriched retirement, and living comfortably ever after. But they didn't do that. Instead, for the next 40 years and 5 decades, Jimmy and Rosalind Carter lived simply and threw themselves into the work of making the world a better place in so many ways. Eradication of debilitating diseases, providing clean water around the world, building houses with Habitat for Humanity, assisting in calming global hotspots in Bosnia, Eritrea, Sudan, and on and on. Now, I'm pretty sure Jimmy Carter did not participate in our traditional burning bowl ceremony on January 19th, 1981, but he lived up to its principles as if he had. He turned the page on his last chapter and opened up a world of new opportunities for his next. On my much smaller scale, there are many things that I had hoped would have gone different in the past year. Some of them I had control over, and others I did not. I hope that Americans would choose to turn toward a kinder and more accepting way towards each other. It didn't happen. I had hoped for different results in our national elections, for many did not see it the same way that I did. While there was progress in my own personal development, there are areas that there wasn't quite as much. Shakespeare wrote, "What's past is prologue. Hope can turn into disappointment and fear. Or it's a time to let it go and turn the page." As I think about my own burning bowl and what lies ahead, I want to focus on what I can control and, more importantly, do now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. I fall victim to wanting more information or more time and more certainty before I act. And too often, this pursuit of perfect information becomes delay, defer, and inaction. I don't want to make a mistake or, worse, fail. So the question is, what am I going to do now with the information I have to fulfill my promise to make this world a better place? I'd like to say I've got the details all worked out, but I don't. However, I'm open to the possibilities it offers me and others. I'll probably do things I will regret, and if I do, I'll say I'm sorry, I'll ask for forgiveness, and try not to do it again. But on second thought, making mistakes trying to do something good, not a bad way to fail. Life is short and not meant to be perfect. It's about doing the best you can at the time, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, when the more information, but now. That I can do. January's offering will be for Sumi Nungwa. Okay, our offering is shared with Sumi Nungwa, an organization whose mission is to provide food, clothing, medical supplies, firewood to Navajo and Hopi elders seeking to maintain their traditional lifestyle on their reservations. We've been doing this for more than a dozen years. We have a mission trip that happens usually in the spring with a lot of our young people. Many of you here may have participated in it as well. It's a fabulous program. So we will be doing this for January. Please give generously starting today. This is now. And I'd like to have you join me with our offering of gratitude and giving. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those that share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash, somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way that words do when they settle neath your skin. Keep on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder if you say what you wanna say, and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say, and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you be brave. See you. see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, falling for the fear and done some disappearing, bowed down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. I want to see you be brave. See you be brave. Yeah.
I just want to see you. I just want to see you. I just want to see you.
That the fire paper is still being passed around, so don't worry, it will get to you in time for you to bring it up here. Fire conjures something elemental within us. There is courage required to come forward to this burning bowl. Even when we know we're using this special paper that is designed to burn safely, it still startles our nervous system a little bit to see something burst into flame. Our animal selves know to be cautious around something so powerful, such a powerful agent of change. And there is wonder and awe in this ritual too, that bright burst of paper, the magic, transformative way that one thing suddenly becomes something else right in front of our eyes. It's a sudden release of energy, this burning. From a scientific perspective, it's the energy that is already stored in that little piece of paper you're holding. The fire is there inside that paper right now. But it suddenly breaks open. The bonds crack apart, and the heat and light we see was always there, just in a different form. It's a reminder that a big part of who we are is energy stored in a different form. Snapping and crackling within us, our brains and hearts and muscles responding to the universe around us. We are constantly storing and releasing energy. These micro-transformations happening every second inside of us. It's a beautiful metaphor, isn't it? The potential for transformation that resides inside of us all the time. Sometimes quiet and stable, like this paper, and sometimes bursting into flame in moments that break us open and invite us into transformative change. But it also reminds us that change and transformation don't just require intention, but also action. It requires something from us, a little courage, a movement toward the flame, a willingness to let go, and the risk of relationship, being part of a community where we can see we are not alone in this work, but are one of many bright little flames, each one a prayer, a hope, a possibility that we nurture in each other. So this morning we set intentions, we notice patterns, we ask forgiveness, we give grace, we kindle hope, we write our messages to ourselves and to the universe, and we release them into the fire, not because it's magic, but because we know that the work of transformation requires our participation. So it's time to participate, my friends. We're going to ask you to come forward, starting here at the front, so the folks in back have some time to write on their paper. We're going to ask you to come down the center aisle to the burning bowl up front. And if you don't want to come forward, you can always hand your paper and ask your neighbor to bring it forward if you'd prefer. When you release your paper into the flame, go ahead and do it very quickly. And I'm going to ask Gary to come forward and demonstrate. Gary, will you demonstrate how we're going to do this? John has some paper for you right here. The fire extinguisher is right there too, so don't worry. It's very simple. You just hold it by a corner of the paper. After you've written your word on it, hold it over the lamp. And as soon as it catches fire, just let it go. That's all. And if you are more comfortable, Gary and I can also help out. And for those of you who are at home, you can burn your paper now or later after the service when you are in a safer place, or drop it into a bowl of water and let the writing dissolve. So let us begin. Please come forward with your papers. You got this. He said about life being a participatory sport. Sometimes letting go requires more than one try. Please join me in just a quick blessing for all that we have released into this space. May love enter into that breathing space that we have created by what we have released. May courage guide us into new becomings, and peace flow into all the possibilities that this new year holds. You are all brave and extraordinary human beings. Welcome to the new year. Let us sing together one more time, number 34, Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire. Please rise in body and spirit.
I may speak with bravest fire and have the gift to all inspire and have not of my words are vain as sounding brass and hopeless gain. Though I may give all I possess, and striving so my love profess, but not begin by love within, the prophet soon turns strangely thin. Come, Spirit, come, our hearts control, our spirits long to be made whole. Let inward love guide every deed, but this we worship and are free.
So I invite you to stay right where you are, and if you want to put your hands over your heart, or if you have permission to hold hands with the person next to you, come on in here, Gary, or just hold your hands open wherever you are. And as you go out into this bright new year, this beautiful and heartbreaking world, may the light of love shine upon you, out from within you, be gracious unto you, and bring you peace. For this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And let us call out a blessing.
Call out a blessing, 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 call